It was funny because I talked to the officer that woke me up earlier that day, and she's like, so what are you going to do? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know when they're going to release me. Like, I don't know. But she came later on that night at 12 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and she's like, you're being released. And I'm like, you mean I'm being deported? And she's like, no, you're being released. And I'm like, okay, let me pack my stuff. I only brought one sign that I had because I've been protesting.
What does the sign say?
It says, death to prejudice healthcare in Georgia, USA. I live with pain every day.
Mbeti Ndonga is one of 35 women who recently filed for a class action lawsuit alleging medical mistreatment while being held at Irwin County Detention Center, an ICE facility in Georgia. The women say that a local gynecologist, Dr. Mahendra Amin, performed procedures that were overly aggressive, unnecessary, or that they didn't consent to. Soon after these women came forward, ICE attempted to deport several of them, including Ndonga. ICE says they're cooperating with the investigation, and the facility operator denies wrongdoing. Against all odds, Ndonga was released from ICE custody on December 16th due to the risk of COVID-19. Ndonga still has a final order of removal pending. We caught up with her at her mom's house in Georgia.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Like, I'm with my family, my mom, my brother, his 2 kids. And I'm with the family that's most affected in my life by my prolonged detainment.
Ndonga came to the U.S. from Kenya as a toddler. Her family settled in Memphis, Tennessee, where her father became a pastor. In her late teens, Ndonga started experiencing severe mental health symptoms, which led to run-ins with the law and eventually landed her in ICE detention.
Some people who are watching this won't have read our articles about you. So could you give us a kind of quick overview of what your experience with Dr. Amin was like?
I was having gynecological issues. I went to Dr. Amin, and he said that my uterus was as big as a melon and that I needed to have the procedure done right away. And I will never have kids. That's what he said. He actually said it would be a miracle to have kids. The second time I saw Dr. Amin, when I was around Dr. Amin, was the day of the procedure. And I was with another lady. The nurse came for, I guess, triage, and she asked me more than once if I was having a hysterectomy. And I said, no, I'm not having a hysterectomy. I remember being very upset with her that I had to tell her more than once that I didn't want her to take out my womb. And I just looked over to the other lady like, what did we get ourselves into? And I was sedated, and I woke up and I had 3 incisions, one on my side, one in my belly button, and one on my other side.
At what point did you realize you had had surgery?
When I woke up, the nurse was like, oh, be careful getting up. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, I was kind of like, why? Oh, she's like, and then I felt my stomach, and I realized that I had surgery.
Ndonga signed some consent forms, but says she didn't realize what she was agreeing to. According to her medical records, she underwent a dilation and curettage and a surgical removal of a follicular cyst. Dr. Amin has repeatedly denied all wrongdoing. In response to Ndonga's allegations, which Vice News initially reported in November, his attorney said, quote, Dr. Amin has always provided the care he deems appropriate based on his medical training and has always treated his patients with the utmost care and respect.
When you reflect on your future, what are your dreams? What do you hope the rest of your life looks like?
I'm just going through the process and, trying to rebuild my life piece by piece.
Are you going to see a doctor now that you're out?
I'm going to go to my primary care doctor and see if I can get referred out to a gynecologist. The process is kind of slow. I'm just slowly waiting to piece everything together and to move on. Hopefully I'll be back to normal life. We're just waiting for justice to take its toll. I hope the little kids that are in our family will not get a bad idea about the law and justice in America, because being taken out of their lives for that long. I mean, that's forever for a kid. And it's really affected our family a lot.